Well, hey there, everybody. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for tuning in and joining me here again today. Finally got what I wanted to. It's a beautiful day here in South Alabama, and it was cold this morning, or cold for us. It was like a low of 42 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's only getting up to about 53 today. So, yeah, the weather's perfect right now. I used the heat one time this morning just to warm the house up a little bit, but yeah, I like this time of year. Today I want to talk about don't take it personally. Might change the name of that title before this comes out, but that's basically the message. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you haven't already done it, go down there and hit that subscribe button now, and then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. This is a pretty good one. I mean, this is something everybody that needs to get into their head if they're going to be on social media whatsoever, because there's a lot of people. Social media is a big vast thing, so you're going to run into a lot of different people. And I see so many people trying to battle negativity every day, because there's a ton of negativity out there. It's always going to be there. It's like you running into a wall with your head. You're not going to break it. There's always going to be that hate. There's always going to be those trolls out there. You can't control them. All you can control is yourself. So you can let that kind of internet behavior, stress you out, get you upset, whatever. Or you can kind of just let it go and realize, this is just a random person on the internet out there. I wanted to read you a couple of things today. I shared something the other day by Warren Buffett on Instagram, which kind of got me thinking in this direction. Just a simple little quote. "You will continue to suffer if you have an emotional reaction to everything that is said to you. True power is sitting back and observing things with logic. True power is restraint. If words control you, that means everyone else can control you. Breathe and allow things to pass." He's a pretty smart cat. That's one businessman. I follow his words. I've read some of his stuff, and I really like him a lot. But that made a lot of sense. And it sounded strikingly a lot like a passage from the Four Agreements. Now, if you haven't read the Four Agreements, and I haven't read it, it's a book by Don Miguel Ruiz, gives 4 principles to practice in order to create love and happiness in your life. Adopting and committing to these agreements is simple. And it's just some basic, simple things. And the one I'm going to talk about in this one, actually, I'll read you, we got time, I'll read you the whole thing. The 4 agreements are, number 1, be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity. Say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. Number 2, and this is what I'm focusing on. Don't take anything personally. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. When you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. Number 3, don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. With just this one agreement, you can completely transform your life. Number 4, always do your best. Your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you are healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstance, simply do your best, and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. Understanding how to interpret and live the practices. Upon reading Don Miguel's wisdom, many people have their eyes opened to a new possibility for living life. They get excited when they see the potential for happiness, love, and respect with themselves and their relationships. What they fail to see is the challenges and resistance the mind will have to living just one of these agreements. Don Miguel briefly mentions these challenges in his book, but people fixate on the 4 chapters with the agreements and seem to miss the other important points. Which, don't take anything personally. I guess it's easier said than done. But that has been, timing is everything. I'm glad this internet age, the social media thing hit when it hit in relation to me changing my life and my sobriety, because I look at things a totally different way now. And, you know, having been doing this lifestyle and being sober for about 7 years, I mean, the internet, there was social media back then, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is today. And I just think my old self, I probably would have gotten caught up and argued every single point that people said. Everything that annoyed me, I would have argued with. I see this all day, every day. I see people just wasting so much time arguing, defending, trying to change somebody else's mind, trying to get somebody to think how you think. And it's a useless, futile thing. I talk to people about this a lot, and it's very hard for people to actually do this. I'm one of the few people I know that can do this. No matter what negative things people say to me on social media, never respond to it. I never get caught up in it because it can only affect me if I get caught up in it. And, you know, when I just let it go, I just let it go, and I don't take it personally. And what happens is the person tends to lose interest and they go away. When you go after these trolls, or when you try to like show them the error of their ways and you try to correct their thoughts and behaviors, it just amps it up. It fuels them. Don't feed trolls. Don't feed hate, and it can't grow. It dies. I know how the mind works. It's very predictable. I can see people post something on social media, and I know exactly how it's going to play out. I know the responses they're going to get. I know every aspect of it because people are very predictable. And, you know, the internet, I think there's a huge percentage out there that are bored. There's a huge percentage out there that are children pretending to play adults. They're just causing chaos. They're a little mischief, and they get everybody all excited, and everybody spends their time on them and fighting them and trying to change their behavior and make them see the error in their ways. And it's the biggest waste of time possible. Just going about your business. I don't notice any of that stuff. I just don't notice any of that stuff because I just don't take outside opinions all that seriously, you know, especially unsolicited opinions from people I don't know. And that's usually where hate and, you know, anger and trolling and all that stuff comes from on the internet. Try it. Listen, you don't have to take my word for this. This will give you some peace in your internet life. I watch people all day. I'm one of the most peaceful people. I don't think the internet ever really works me up. Don't ever let the internet work you up. I'm not saying don't be compassionate, don't, you know, to the suffering, what's going on in the world. I'm not saying just be cold and block it out, but don't let anything that's happening out on the internet that you can't control affect you and get in your head and take away your peace of mind. I don't let anything take away my peace of mind like that. But yeah, and it's not personal. It's not personal. 9 times out of 10, unless you've just got somebody that's really got a grudge against you, when somebody says something like that, it really does reflect where they are. It reflects where they are in their life. It reflects the state of their life, probably having some crappy experiences. And a lot of times those negative experiences have absolutely nothing to do with you. You just happen to be in the vicinity at the time, so you get the, you know, you get the effects of it. But I'll just leave you with that. This is going to be a real short one today, but just try that. Next time somebody says something nasty to you on the internet, don't even respond. You can't respond even one time. It messes with people's heads because people aren't used to that. And it kind of, they move on to the next person because they actually want that back and forth. They want to get a reaction out of you, get you to respond in an angry or something way, and then they can keep it going. It's like hitting a tennis ball. If somebody hits a tennis ball to you, you don't hit back, that volley is over. Same thing with a conversation. If somebody throws something at you, you don't say anything, 9 times out of 10, they get bored, they go away, they're on to the next thing, trolling somebody else. And I'm talking internet here, this can be in real life. You know, it can be in your day-to-day contact. But don't take things personally. People got things going on in their life, and it carries over, and we like to let those emotions sometimes bubble out, and we take them out on other people. I don't do that so much anymore, but I can relate. Used to do that in the past. But anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Could take a little something out of it. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.